Isabela. SDO. English Academy.
An analogy describes the relationship between words.
Subject, verb, or teacher.
On air. English Academy.
What a wonderful day, children! I hope that everyone is fine and okay at this moment. I know for sure that everyone misses school. But for now, let us enjoy learning as we discuss our lesson for today.
Okay!
Come on and participate as we enjoy the world of learning. I am Rona Bunkag, your teacher on air, saying that the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you'll know, the more places you'll go. Before we start, I hope you have recharged yourselves for another chapter of learning. So please say, "All is well," to show that you're ready. Will you say it again? That's amazing! Indeed, you're ready. Today, we are going to talk about composing inverted sentences with correct subject and verb agreement. Yes, you heard it right. Are you excited for the lesson? May I hear that all is well again? Good! I'm sure you'll be more excited as we go on. But before that, let's have a throwback of our lesson last time about compound sentences. Can you remember what compound sentence is? Great! Compound sentence is a sentence with two independent clauses or parts that are combined to form a single sentence. For example, Ella is hungry, so she eats a lot. Ella is hungry is the first sentence, while she eats a lot is another sentence. In order for us to form a compound sentence, we use the connector "so" in combining the two sentences that I mentioned. Based on that topic, you were given the task to identify the problem and solution in each compound sentence. Are you ready to check your work?
All right.
Very good. Now let's find the answers to your quiz. For number 1, the problem is, I have a fever. So the solution is, I will take a medicine. Did you get that, children? Very good. For number 2, the problem is, it is going to rain. So the solution is, I will bring an umbrella. Do you have similar answer? Very good. Number 3, the problem is, Pag-asa says that the rain may cause severe flooding in our place. So the solution is, I will prepare and evacuate at evacuation center. Were you able to identify it right? Wonderful! Let's proceed to number 4. The problem is, I want to grow tall. So the solution is, I will eat more vegetables and fruits. Did you get that, children? Exactly. Lastly, the problem is, this pandemic is not over yet. So the solution is, I will always wear mask. Did you get that? Great! So those are the answers to your previous quiz. Did you get them right? Very good. As we continue, Let us listen first to this reminder.
Isabela, SDO.
Hey CJ, why are you not wearing your face mask here in the market?
It's alright. I won't go out of town anyway, so I can still be COVID-free. Besides, my father said only those who are in the city have a greater chance of being infected with the virus.
What? Haven't you heard from the news that we must wear a mask whenever we need to go out? The Department of Interior and Local Government has issued a memo on mandatory wearing of face masks or other protective equipment in public places nationwide. Did you also know that surgical masks can give us with 95% protection from viruses while 80% from bacteria? Here, I have an extra.
Oh, I see. Thanks for this. I'm going home now to share to my parents the important news you've told me.
This is a friendly reminder from the Department of Education and this station.
And you are still listening to English Academy for Grade 5. This time, please get your Module 4 and open it on Lesson 1. Are you already holding your module?
All right.
That's very responsible of you. Now, get ready and have fun for another exciting learning about sentence composition, taking correct subject and verb agreement into consideration. Take note, dear children, that at the end of this lesson, you are expected to define inverted sentence, identify its parts, and give more examples of it. Are you ready? Give me a big yes.
Oh, yeah!
Good job. Join me as I read the following instructions. Write S if the underlined word in the sentence is the subject, and write V if the underlined word is a verb. If you can still recall, subject refers to the person or thing that is being discussed or talked about in a sentence, while a verb is a word or a combination of words that indicates action or a state of being or condition. Are you ready? Very good. Let's start with number 1. From the office, the manager holds a meeting with his staff. The underlined word is holds. Is it the subject or the verb? Correct. The underlined word is a verb. Did you get it right? Very good. Number 2. At the back of the valley live many farmers. The underlined word is live. Is it the subject or the verb? What do you think is the correct answer? That's right. The word live is a verb. Let's now proceed to number 3. Here are the flowers that you sent me. The underlined word is flower. Is it subject or the verb? Correct. The underlined word is a subject. Was your answer correct? Did you get all the answers, class? Very good. You're really doing great. Let's have another activity. Are you excited? All right. Let's keep moving. The next task requires you to box the subject and encircle the verb. I will repeat. Box the subject and encircle the verb. Are you ready?
Okay!
Let's start. Number 1. Down the street lives the man and his wife. What is our subject? Very good. The subjects are the man and his wife. so let's draw a box around it. How about the verb? Great! The verb is live, so we should encircle it. Number 2. In a bottle is a beautiful flower. What is our subject? Great! The subject is the flower, so let's draw a box around it. And what's the verb? Exactly. The verb is, so we should encircle it. Number 3. Here are the apples you wanted to eat. What is our subject? Correct. The subject is the apples, so let's draw a box around it. And what's the verb? Very good. The verb is are, so we should encircle it. Did you get that, children? That's great to hear. You are all doing good. This time, let us consider how subject-verb agreement works in inverted sentence. A verb must agree with its subject in number and in person. Can you still remember the first rule in your subject-verb agreement lessons? Don't worry, let's try to recall them now. The basic rule is, if the subject is in singular form, it must take a singular verb, while if the subject is in the plural form, it must have a plural verb. Is it clear?
Okay!
In a regular sentence, the subject always comes first and it's followed by the verb. For example, the dog runs toward the bone. The dog, which is found at the beginning of the sentence, is our subject, while the word runs that appears immediately after the subject is the verb. Dog is a singular subject. That is why it took the singular form of the verb run, which is runs. Did you get it?
All right.
I love the energy. Then let's continue. However, our focus for today's session is on inverted sentence, wherein the subject and the verb are reversed. This is where the verb comes first before the subject. Quite confusing, right? That's why you have to listen intently to these examples. The sentence, "Here are the keys," is an example of inverted sentence. The word are, which is a verb, comes first in the sentence, followed by the words, the keys, which serves as a subject. Both the word keys and are plural in form. This is where you can see the agreement of its subject and verb. Is it getting clear? Very good. Let's have another example. Where is the library? The word is the verb and the subject is the library. The word library is singular. That is why the verb is, also a singular linking verb, is used. Let's have more inverted sentence with correct subject and verb agreement. Let's have this statement. On the branch were two birds. Will you tell me what's the verb? Great! That's where. How about the subject? Very good. The subject is the two birds. Again, the two birds is plural. That's why it used the plural verb where. Do you want more examples? Okay, let's have the last sentence then. On the floor was broken glass is also an inverted sentence. What is the subject of this statement? Correct. It is a broken glass, which is singular in form. How about the verb used? That's great. It is was, and this is also in singular form. I guess these examples are already enough for you to take the next task designed for you. In order for us to better understand the structure of an inverted sentence, do you still remember what's prepositional phrase? Prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition, its object, and any words that modify the object. It is being introduced by prepositions like at, in, on, above, under, over, up, down, with, and the likes. I guess you're already familiar with this, right? To make you more familiar with this topic, let's take the sentence. Up the ladder climbed the robber. The first word of the sentence is up, which is preposition, while it is followed by the word ladder, which makes up the ladder a prepositional phrase. Am I right? After the prepositional phrase, up the ladder, the verb climbed is now introduced. Then, it is followed by the subject, the robbers. Is it clear? Now, let us answer what's more on Activity 1. You need to complete each of the inverted sentences by choosing the correct form of the verb inside the parenthesis. Again, complete each of the inverted sentences by choosing the correct form of the verb inside the parenthesis. Are you ready? Great! Number 1. Up to the crest of the towering wave paddles or paddle the intrepid surfer. What is the correct answer? Great! The answer is paddles because of the subject surfer. Number 2. Has or have anyone seen the shirt that goes with these white pants? What is the correct verb? Very good. The answer is has because of the subject anyone. Number 3. Beneath the gigantic tress nestles tiny shade-loving plants. What is the correct verb? Yes, the answer is nestle, which is in plural form since the subject is plants, which is also in plural form. Did you get all the correct answers? Great job, children! I know you are starting to master the skills that you need to learn today. Enjoy our discussion? That's great. Let's have more. Now, let's answer Activity 2 still in What's More. All you have to do is to identify the subject and verb in each of the following inverted sentences. I want you to underline the verb once and the subject twice. I'll repeat. Identify the subject and verb in each of the following inverted sentences. Underline the verb once and the subject twice. Let's start with number 1. Here are your medical records from your doctor. What is the subject and the verb? That's right. The word are is the verb which you're going to underline once, while the word records is the subject which you're going to underline twice. Number 2. Inside your bag is a red book. What is the subject and the verb? Very good. The word is was the verb used which to be underlined once, while the word books is the subject which shall be underlined twice. Number 3. Through the right waits the worried father for his daughter to come home. what is the subject and the verb? That's right. The word waits is the verb, and the word father is the subject. Were you able to identify the subjects and verbs correctly? Wow, you deserve a round of applause. Children, indeed, this is an amazing day. We are done with our lesson in identifying inverted sentences with correct subject and verb agreement. In an inverted order, the verb comes first before the subject. Always remember that when the subject is singular, it must take a singular verb. And when the subject is plural, it must take a plural verb. This is where subject-verb agreement applies. That's it! I think you are now ready for our quiz. So just relax. We will have our quiz after this short reminder.
Isabela. SDO.
Be honest, even if others are not.
What are you singing? Is that Bruno Mars?
No, it's a jingle related to DepEd's Project Watch Advocacy.
Watch?
Yes, watch means we advocate time consciousness and honesty. It aims to strengthen time consciousness and honesty, not only among teachers but also students.
Wow! Honesty, such a lonely word.
That's why there's Project Watch, to instill the importance of honesty even if others are untrue.
Oh well, you've got a point there. That's a brilliant project. Let's sing Jolina Magdangal's song. Sing!
Laging tapat at laging totoo.
This information is from the Department of Education and this station.
And we're back. Please get your quiz form on your kits. Don't forget to write your name, date, and the number of module and lesson we are in. Are you ready? Okay, this is the direction, so listen carefully. Compose inverted sentences by adding a verb and a subject to the following phrases. Make sure that the subject and verb agree. I will repeat. Compose inverted sentences by adding a verb and a subject to the following phrases. Make sure that the subject and verb agree. For example, the phrase is out of the cave blank. What verb and subject will you add? Amazing! Out of the cave fly millions of fruit bats. The word fly is the verb and the millions of fruit bats is the subject. Did you get it, children? You're doing a good job. Let's start with number 1. Inside the chest, blank. I will repeat. Inside the chest, blank. Number 2. Sealed beside me, blank. I will repeat. Sealed beside me, blank. Number 3. Scattered along the beach, blank. Again, scattered along the beach, blank. Number 4. There, blank. I will repeat. There, blank. Lastly, above the hill, blank. I will repeat. Above the hill, blank. There you have it. You can maximize the remaining time in completing your quiz for today. That concludes our topic for today. Make sure you answered all the questions in our quiz. Don't forget to put your quiz forms in your answer kits. Stay tuned as we discover and learn more on the succeeding lessons. I hope you learned a lot and enjoyed as well while listening. On behalf of our script writer Racy Japila and the SDO Isabela RBI production, this has been your teacher in English 5, Teacher Rona Bunkag, bidding a sweet goodbye.
May bagong virus na kumakalat ngayon at naaalarma ang buong nation. Para di daw mahawa, ito ang solusyon. Kaya sundin mabuti tong instructions. Maghugas ng kamay para virus mamatay. Iwasan ding humawak sa mouth, nose at eyes para COVID-19 hindi na makapuksa. Mag-face mask at mag-alcohol mayat maya. Maghugas ng kamay para virus mamatay. Iwasan ding humawak sa mouth, nose at eyes para COVID-19 hindi na makapuksa. Mag-face mask at mag-alcohol mayat maya. Ang virus ay nakamamatay, kaya makinig wag pasaway. Stay sa bahay, wag nang gumala. Kung ayaw mong ikay mahawa, mag-face mask kung lalabas. Mag-vitamin C ng madalas at umiwas sa mga matatao. Mag-alcohol para sigurado. Maghugas ng kamay para virus mamatay. Iwasan ding humawak sa mouth, nose at eyes para COVID-19 hindi na makapuksa. Mag-face mask at mag-alcohol mayat maya. Maghugas ng kamay para virus mamatay. Iwasan ding humawak sa mouth, nose at eyes para COVID-19 hindi na makapuksa. Mag-face mask at mag-alcohol mayat maya. Maghugas ng kamay para virus mamatay. Iwasan ding humawak sa mouth, nose at eyes para COVID-19 hindi na makapuksa. Mag-face mask at mag-alcohol mayat maya. May bagong virus na kumakalat ngayon at naaalarma ang buong nation. Para di daw mahawa, ito ang solusyon. Kaya sundin mabuti tong instructions. Maghugas ng kamay.
Isabela, SDO.